What's good, YouTube? Today we got another fantasy video for y'all. This one is week 2, and let me tell y'all, this week was definitely a lot better than the other week. I'm actually so satisfied as to how good my team played. Like, about time, right? I've been trying to get them to play good, and they've just been taking forever to start putting up the fantasy points, you know what I'm saying? So, but let me show you guys what we got here. I am a day early, technically not a day early. So fantasy ends today. It ends every Sunday. And so today is Sunday. So after this set of games that are played today till the night or whatever, then that's when the final score tally ups and all that stuff. And so I'm just going to start it today, and then I'll give you guys the update as to what ends up happening. I'm not going to spoil too much because then it'll give away the video a little bit. But I'm going to start off with the first day of week 2. So October 27th, I'm going against this guy, Alva. And he has Donovan Mitchell, Dyson Daniels, Lou Dort, Jaren Jackson, Nikola Jokic. He is a fantasy god, let me tell you. Jeremy Fears, Zachariah Risarcher or something, Jakob Podol, Walker Kessler, Shaden Sharp. And then your boy, you already know the team. I think the only new addition that I really got was there's not really any new addition. I think throughout the thing you'll see. But this is the day 1. He ends up with 251 fantasy points. So he had a pretty decent day. Jokic came up with 78. Monster game versus Minnesota. He tends to cook them. Let's just say Rudy Gobert, the other center on the other team, just isn't very good. So he got cooked, and he put up hella points. I ain't gonna lie, I was low-key worried. But my saving grace, it is possible to have negative fantasy points. As you see, he has 3 people that has -5, -3, and -2. So that means it subtracts from your total fantasy score, which is why he's with 251 rather than 250. What is that? 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Then 262 or 61, somewhere there. So he got minus that. So it is what it is. It happens to the best of us. I think this game, this one center got injured, so unfortunately he was already in the negative, so he ends with negative. But overall, his players played pretty good. He had a really hard carry with Jokic, Jaren Jackson 28, Dyson Daniels not very solid 17, should be better, and then Donovan Mitchell with 39. And then your boy, on the other hand, Cade Cunningham. Don't worry, I'll get better, I promise. But he finished with only 11. He played very awful. Very disappointing performance. But my boy Suggs from the Orlando Magic, 23, 15, 25. Jabari Smith. Evan Mobley, the center for the Cleveland Cavaliers, 47. Good solid numbers. Trey Murphy. Herb Jones, another single. But now we got Alperen Sengun, a solid 42. We got 28. So this first day is actually looking kind of shaky, and I folded because I didn't put Simons in. So I would be technically in the lead, but I am actually down 1. I'm down 1. Trust me, after day 1, I was shaking in my boots because I was like, dang, Jokic, anytime he plays, he's going to put up monster numbers, you know what I'm saying? So, and then I folded with having my point guard, one of the point guards, drop 40, but I had him on the bench. So I should have put him, like, it's so hard to know when they're going to play good. And I just assumed Herb Jones and like some of the other guys like Cade Cunningham would play so much better, and that Simons would only play like maybe give me like 25, maybe 20 fantasy. But he ended up 40, and so that's where you kind of look back and like, damn, because like a lot can happen in these situations. So in this specific game versus New Orleans, because he's on the Celtics, let me rephrase. In this situation, the team, not him, the team ended up blowing the Pelicans out. So he had a lot of garbage time, which you can see he had 32 minutes of game. So he had enough time to play against like 3 third-string, second-string players. So, and he's like a starting caliber kind of player that comes off the bench because they traded for him in the offseason. So just because Tatum is out, and my opponent does have Tatum, I don't know why he's not coming back this season. So, but yeah, let's go to day 2. Day two. Day two. He only had 2 players play, which had him with 39 fantasy points. And they did pretty solid considering the roles on their team, respectively. Ludor is a starting shooting guard, but he's not really he's more of a defensive player, not offense. So 22 is pretty solid. Malik Monk, I think he comes off the bench, but they might be moving around with Sacramento. They might have him start, they might have him off the bench. I don't know. 17 isn't terrible. Could be better, obviously. But obviously me not rooting for him, I'm rooting for myself. Just saying. So he has 39, and then I had 3 players play, and boy, oh boy, I had a bunch of mediocrity here. Kawhi Leonard, he finished with 26, which for someone of his caliber, he should be a lot better, but he lost to my Warriors, you know what I'm saying? So, I mean, they be clamping sometimes. So, he lost it there, 26, which is pretty solid. Hartenstein did really good for what he does on his team, which is Oklahoma. Got 32 fantasy, and then Chris Middleton was the last pickup. I dropped, I think, I don't know who I dropped, but I dropped someone for Chris Middleton, and he had 23. So that's solid all around. Finished with 81. So now I believe at this point I am in the lead. Not by much, but I'm in the lead. Let's see. Now we go to day 3. Day 3 got all of our players again playing, all of his players playing, and so he gets 30 from Donovan, 32 Dyson, 25 Jaren Jackson, 40. That's really solid because he tends to be in foul trouble. So 40 is pretty solid. 63 from Jokic. Like I said, he just be cooking sometimes, and it's really hard to stop him. Almost impossible. But he has 44 from this point guard, I think. Shooting guard? Whatever. But this is also like another blowout game where he played a lot of minutes because it was a blowout versus the Nuggets. He was on the Pelicans. They played each other, Jokic and this guy. And so, as you can see, he played 30 minutes and he dropped 44. And then, unfortunately, boy ended up getting another -1. So, and this is crazy though, because he had -1, right? But he played 37 minutes. So he was just garbage the entire time. But yeah, Walker Kessler, he had a 43. So he finished with 298, right? And then he had 1 off the bench, which he kind of folded because he could have had him in the starters, I think. I don't know his team. I'm not gonna look into it, but I think he could have had him playing. But he dropped 17, so he had 298 in total. I finished with 364. Yes, sir. My boy Cade Cunningham. Round of applause to my boy. He finally stepped it up against the Magic. 81 fantasy points. That's what I've been looking for. That low-key is a lot. But not, come on, man. He's my #1 pick. He has to be dropping this much. I want him to average like between 40 to 50. 60 pushing it, but like just somewhere there. So that way he's like a solid #1. You know what I'm saying? So, but he went stupid this game. 81 is crazy. 27 to Herb Jones, brother. We'll get to him later. 59 from Scotty. Shout out him for real. 39 from Mobley. 19 for Simons. Trey Murphy 11. 58 from Şengün. Jabari with 55. He had a crazy game because I think he had a hella steals or hella blocks. I guess he just had a crazy game points wise. Wendell Carter was a solid 13. So I'm still in the lead here. I'm not really worried. I'm low-key blowing this guy out. So now we go to October 30th. Let's see here. So he only has 1 player playing, 23, which he got Ludor again. Once again, a solid all around. But I had 1, 2, 3. I have 4 players play, so I finished 1 on 4. As you can see, I am definitely smoking this guy. Just like it's not no competition. He should just throw in the towel, wave the white flag. I don't know, do something. But I destroy him again. Once again, Hartenstein again with 39 fantasy points. That's all I'm looking for. Then Wendell Carter, another solid 39. You got 19 for Davion Mitchell. Last minute pickup, by the way. Dropped Herb Jones, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, he's gone. So now we're moving on to what's this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Day 5. Alright, so day 5, I'm low-key already up by a lot of points, I ain't gonna lie to you. So I was really not too worried. I was like, if I could blow him out here, it's over with. I'm winning the game, or winning the matchup in this case. So he finished with 52. He had 62 with Jokic. Once again, really solid. This is like, Jokic was the main reason why I was worried, because I was like, oh, if Jokic just goes off every game, and he doesn't necessarily have to go off, but he does like so much for his team. He's like the center hub for his team when it comes to offense. I'm like, I might get cooked here. So he did really good, 45, 16. So he finished with 266 at the end, and Cade didn't play. Quentin Grimes, another last minute pickup, dropped Davion Mitchell, putting Quentin Grimes got 21, 32, 80 for my boy Kawhi. But he went stupid. He has 6 steals. That is hella fantasy points, by the way. So I was like, okay, we're respectably destroying this guy. So 57, 24, 43 for Herb Jones. Not Herb Jones, sorry, Trey Murphy. And then another last minute pickup. This guy literally comes off the bench and he gave me 39 fantasy points. That's amazing. So moving on to the second to last day. I didn't really have anyone play for him. He had one person play, and that was yesterday. Aaron Nesmith, that one -1 guy. Now he dropped at 43. And that's how it is day to day. These NBA players, unpredictable. I guess it also depends on what team they play, because each team has a different defensive scheme, and each team is very good at defense, bad at defense, mediocre at defense, and it's like very broken down. Like some teams can defend point guards better, other teams can defend centers better. It just depends on how their roster is built. So, but I had just hella people playing, bro. Cade, Jalen. I'm already like, I ain't even worried. I'm really happy though that I finally won my first matchup. So that's really cool. Well, technically I haven't won yet because today's games still have to play. But like, y'all will see the score. So I dropped 218 points. He dropped 43. Unbelievable, bro. And then we're on to the November 2nd, which is today. His team is in the first quarter. I guess this guy's already playing. He has 14 in the first. That's really solid. And then I have like 4 or 5 people playing. I have Quentin Grimes, Scotty Barnes, Evan Mobley, Isaiah Hartenstein, which is, they're playing right now actually. He has 11 in the first. That's really solid again. Trey Murphy only has 1, dog water, but you know, it is what it is. I'm already destroying this guy. And then, yeah. So, as you can see, he has 934 points. I have 1,325. I'm not losing this matchup. Like, you'd have to have, like, you would have to have an amazing game. Actually, there's a chance I lose, but it's very, 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 I really doubt it, because you have Donovan Mitchell day to day. He would have to drop like 100. He would have to drop, like, they would all have to drop like 80 plus almost, and he doesn't even have Jokic playing, which is another benefit. So, but I'll probably end up putting like the final score in a screenshot somewhere here, since I'm going to edit this video a little later. But y'all will see if I end up winning. I should. Please don't fail me. But yeah, I should end up winning. And so, anyways, this is right now what you see, 934, 1,325. And so this kind of wraps up everything. I hope you guys enjoyed. Let me see. Hold on. Let me finish this with the banger. So, real MVPs, you got Cade Cunningham. Clap it up for my boy. Kawhi Leonard. Evan Mobley. This Colin Gillespie. Something like that. And then Evan Mobley, Scotty Barnes. They're always like, you know, they're always there. So, clap it up for all my team, actually. Shout out my team. But they pulled through. Next week, we start a new week. Let's hope I take the W. So, but I hope you guys enjoyed. I'm going to make more of these videos. I enjoy making them. I get to just talk and just, you know, have fun. So, hope you guys enjoyed. More videos coming soon. And I'll catch you guys in the next time. Peace.